Hey everyone, welcome back for another segment of The MCR. My name's TJ. I have Mac here to my left. And one of the changes we made this year as we go into our third year is we thought we'd shorten our name from The Michigan Conservative Roundtable to The MCR. We did it for a variety of reasons. Might make it easier to search us. We're hoping that the YouTube algorithm doesn't ding us as much by the very nature of not saying the word conservative. I've watched a few other YouTube channels paint the Trump, and he has pretty much said the YouTube algorithm is working so against him, it is next to impossible for him to increase his subscribership. And he feels 100% certain that YouTube at every turn is using their algorithms to keep him from growing. And while we are just a fraction of what he has in number of subscribers, we've seen some irregularities which do have us a little concerned. I mean, when you think about it, who are we? We're just a couple guys getting on camera and ranting. You know, we're just regular guys. That's all we've ever really portrayed ourselves as, is just regular guys letting regular people know you're not alone.
Yeah, common man's perspective.
Yeah, common man's perspective, and we're not broadcast professionals. You'll see us stutter and make mistakes, or in hindsight, maybe this or that could have been better, polished or whatever. But, when we started this 3 years ago, because we are on our 3-year anniversary now, when we started this 3 years ago, I didn't know where it was going to lead. I didn't know how successful it was going to be. In some regard, I was concerned that we'd be preaching to the choir. And just thanks to everyone. We've got some subscribers that have been with us right from the very start, and to our faithful subscribers, thank you very much. What I wanted to do is, for the benefit of our new subscribers who don't know a whole lot about us, we are from Michigan, as our name indicates, and the way this all started, it's kind of funny the way this all started, in that initially Mac and I, and when we started off, we had Marty with us, and we used to meet at Hardee's and sit at a round table and go on our political rants. And the comment was, man, you guys need to videotape yourselves, because some of our political rants were quite animated, you know. But and that's kind of where we got started. And I've said in previous videos, it was harder than you expected, because once the camera starts rolling, you tend to freeze up, or you lose your train of thought, or what you wanted to rant about all of a sudden just fails to come to mind, you know.
Right.
So, I live in the Detroit metropolitan area. Mac is blessed to not live in the Detroit metropolitan area, and
I did spend the vast majority of my life there, though.
Yes. Actually, more in downtown Detroit than I did.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting growing up and living in the Detroit metropolitan area. I would even tell you, I've devised my own term of urban combat driving.
Yeah.
In Detroit,
in the city of Detroit, red lights appear to be optional.
And in regards to urban combat driving, when you pull up to a light, don't look at the drivers to your left or right. Always and never pull up all the way to the vehicle in front of you, because people have been robbed at a red light and they're hostage there because they had no out.
Yeah.
So you get into a habit of, when you pull up to a red light and you're in an area that you're not comfortable, you might want to leave 30, 40 feet between you and the vehicle in front of you, so if someone runs up on you, you got an out in an effort to escape the situation. When I commuted through Detroit, I'd see people running red lights 5 to 10 times a day, you know, And then when COVID broke out, I'd go on my rant of I had a higher possibility of dying on the streets of Detroit just driving to work than I did from COVID.
Well, we did have a soldier during the first Iraq War. Came home and his wife and her boyfriend murdered him right in the streets.
That's right.
He survived the war and came home to get murdered by his wife and her boyfriend.
And she did it for his GI insurance,
Right.
life insurance, GI life insurance. Through investigation, they were able to determine it was her, and she eventually was found guilty and whatnot. But yeah, that's how things go here, in Michigan, in Detroit.
That said, downtown Detroit has made, for all the claims it's a Renaissance city and it's coming back strong, they've actually made great strides in downtown Detroit. If you were to walk there, you wouldn't know. If someone put a blindfold on you and took it off, you wouldn't know what city you were in.
What's there's the name of that one park. You and I went to a Hard Rock Cafe, and it was
escapes my name.
Campus Martius.
Yeah.
Campus Martius. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. You wouldn't know you were in Detroit, but I got to tell you, don't walk a block or two from it.
Right.
Don't right then and there. You're in a combat zone.
And one other thing I'd like to clear up, because I do the social media for our group, is I get this comment, especially on Gab and MeWe, that our state is run by Muslims. That is not true in any way. There's one city. It's Hamtramck, Michigan.
And I've driven through it.
And I have as well, years ago. But it's only about 2 square miles. It's a city inside the city of Detroit, and there are a couple of those. Another one is Highland Park, Michigan. So Detroit's got a couple of cities inside the city. So it's only a couple of square miles. It was heavily populated by Polish immigrants for the longest time. Well, now they've been replaced with folks from the Middle East, and they have the control of the city council, if you will. They got elected.
Yeah.
So what? So this myth that's going on out there that we are being overrun by Muslims, it's just not true.
It's and we're getting a little sidetracked here, but it is interesting. Dearborn has a fair amount of Mideast ethnicity.
Yep.
Southfield,
they're not all Muslims though.
Yeah, Southfield has a heavy Jewish community.
Yeah, as does Oak Park.
And then you have you mentioned Oak Park, that has a heavy Chaldean community.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Hamtramck, which used to be a Polish community. And yeah, I drove through it some months ago, last year, and it doesn't look like the Hamtramck of old, I'll tell you.
No.
A
lot of signs in Arabic and whatnot. But.
So we're from Detroit, and just kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up. I am prior service Army, and I've done a couple videos describing what my activities were in the Army. I did my very first solo was released about 3 years ago, and it was titled "I Have Seen Communism," and in that video I share my experiences on the East German border and what I got to see and witness, and doing that, because I did a 3-year tour in Germany. Those experiences on the East German border so had an effect on me where I just wish everyone could have seen what I saw on the East German border, and then make the argument how nice communism is. I think about it and it kind of fires me up.
Well, a lot of things look good on paper.
Yeah.
But there's nothing, even on paper, that is alluring to me, because as you know, I'm a don't tread on me guy. I just want to be left alone. I don't bother other people. I'm not hassling anybody. I'm not walking through the store asking them why the hell are they wearing a mask, like they would me if I weren't wearing one, which I haven't for quite some time now. And some of these people on the left are just hell-bent on ruining and running your life.
Yeah, well,
and I'm opposed to them.
It goes to your last solo of, being in charge, that kind of stuff.
With the teacher from Virginia.
Yeah. Also, in November of 2019, I went from start to finish of my military experiences. I was in the Army, and I also served in the Michigan National Guard a couple times also. So if you're that curious as to, I was just a regular soldier. I wasn't Special Forces Ranger or anything, or Navy. I was no Navy SEAL or anything. We're just average, and we're big time Second Amendment guys too. Though we don't really get into the guns a whole lot because we're just common folk with common guns. We don't have the latest and greatest gadgets.
And Thirsty would be our expert in that regard.
Yes, Thirsty made an interesting contribution to us in that. He could be our resident authority on some of the finer points of gun issues.
Also a big Second Amendment person, as are Kim and Rick.
Yeah. So that, this is turning into a long video, so I'm going to guess that only our most loyal subscribers are still watching at this time. Thank you, everyone. And we just and now we're just talking. Now I am talking to our loyal subscribers here. But when we started this off, I at some point I looked at this almost as a calling. We're doing this on our own dime. We don't ask for contributions. You hear someone say, "Well, what are you doing about it?" Or this or that. Well, this is what we're trying to do, and if nothing else, we're trying to uplift those of like mind. Encourage and just say, "Hey, keep on keeping on. You're not alone."
Or as Eddie Kendrick said, "Keep on trucking, baby."
Yeah. So that's it for this one. This is our 3rd year anniversary, and thanks everyone. And any final comments?
Nope.
I will, as we always close with, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.